Okay. So let's look at what the turbo fuel looks like. We love to see this. We love to see this. Like to see you backed up. That's big. None made it into here because that's overflow. Okay, we had that fucked up too. Great. Love to see it. It's all right. Gonna take a couple of those so that they're in my inventory. That's what this was gonna be for. It's feeding itself first. That's good. Cool. So, water. Is the movement fun in this game? It seems like it could be. Yeah, very. I mean, check this out. This belt is moving very fast. And you can, like, run and jump. Oh, no! Luke, you nearly killed me. I swear to God. I swear to God, Luke. I blame you, but I shouldn't. I shouldn't blame you at all. I thought I had a different fucking thing equipped, and I nearly yeeted myself so hard into the abyss. God damn it. The good thing we stayed calm. I kind of can't believe I made that. Holy shit. Wow. Thank God for this island. That's so funny. Let's see if we can make it back. Oh, yeah, we're good. 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 This thing isn't even working. Things are trash. I should tear them apart. That looks fun as hell. You did sell the game to me a little bit. The movement is fun. I think the movement is a lot of fun. We need drones to bring up. We need drones to package up water. That drone thing should have fuel on it. Our fuel is here. So I kind of feel like I should build the water drone like here. But I don't know if there's water nearby me. Not really. Could pump the water in from over there. Build it. Let's just try it. Let's just try one here. Excuse me. If I can slide around in a game, I can guarantee I'll be doing it as a stim. Absolutely. Just slide, do a little jumping, do a little switching momentum midair. That's me in Fortnite. If I can jump, I'll be jumping. Put the power back here because it's just kind of fun to do it this way. Oh, Catilla clipped it. You're my hero. Thank you, Catilla. This is going to be water. Packaged water out. Packaged water out. Going to get fuel. Via a normal splitter. Here. Normal splitter, because the priority here should not matter. Like it should get some. Once you're on this line, it should get some, but it shouldn't hog stuff from the rest of the factory. So then this will need a drone. Hello, goodbye. God, the drones are actually really satisfying. So we'll need a drone. It's called packaged water out. I thought I said that already. Oh my God, I didn't power the thing up. That's why you're circling, because I didn't power the ship back up. I've nearly fucked up this drone station 17 times. anything that makes my character do something and doesn't slow me down, or at least not much, I'm going to press that button. I feel like so much of playing with a keyboard, I find this to be especially true on a keyboard. If you can do something on a keyboard, you're going to do it. Because keyboards are just like, you spend so much time sort of a little bit, for lack of a better word, like a little bit bored. Like you're on the way to someplace to just do something with it. Well, you can't, you know. Sip that coffee. Especially if I can do it with my left hand, I'm going to do it, you know? My thought here is we need to bring something into right there. I don't really want to bring it that way because of the whole way this nastiness is set up. But we could do this right here. Conveyor belt is too steep. Well, that's why we raise it up. What do you... Whoa. What did you just try and do there? You did a weird little bendy boy. Why are you doing a weird little bendy boy? Why are you being all weird with it? Why are you being all weird with it, game? Sometimes boys like to be bendy. I'm all for boys being bendy if the boys want to be bendy. If the game is forcing them to be bendy, then it's just weird. Okay, so from there, we just need a big old belt that stretches this way with a whole shit ton of packaged water. So I would say for that, we probably don't want to go towards this tiny little... Oh, hello. Probably don't want to just go towards this tiny little thing. We probably want to go towards bigger water than that. This water over here look like. Tama, by the way. Tama, chameleon. Can't wait to do this whole thing and then be like, I need way more water. I mean, what did we say? We said 240 meters cubed per nuclear plant. Oh, hello. Oh my God, I just remembered. Hold up. Please. Water also got gray rings. And I got... Did I get it already? Oh, baby. Nope. This. Resource well pressurizer. I can speak. Pressurizer. Yeah, Tama, chameleon. Activates a resource well by pressurizing the underground resource. Must be placed on a resource well. Once activated, resource well extractors can be placed on the surrounding subnodes to extract the resource. Requires power. Overclocking increases the output potential of the entire resource well. 60 meters. Default... Now, hold up here. Default extraction rate is 60 meters cubed of fluid per minute? That's bad. That's half of a water extractor. But you get more nodes, probably. Let's just go look at it. Let's go look at it, see what happens. That's the normal water. And then over here, there's special water. Pressurized water. It's still a long ways away, but we'll get there. Fresh concrete. Fresh concrete. Oh, that's a big jump. That's a big boy jump. Hey, that shouldn't have taken damage. All right, so you do one of these right here. Holy shit. Something's mad at me. Yeah? Oh, yeah? I'm not scared of you. Extractor's connected. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We power this up. They all probably go at higher than. So 6 times 70 is 7 times 60 is 420. Okay, that's getting there. That's getting there. How fast do you think a packager can package water? 60 per minute if you have canisters. To run one nuclear power section, we're going to need... Dude, I might need fluid trains. Even if this is bumped up. 250 of 60 is 150. So 2 of these completely maxed out if they're constantly supplied with canisters. No, sorry. Each one of these has 2 meters cubed inside of it. Hold up. Hold up. How much is in a packaged water? Each packaged water is 1 meter cubed. So that is 150 cubic meters of water per minute. I need 2 of these machines running just to feed one nuclear plant. Oh boy, my brain hurts. Who would have thought water would be the issue with nuclear? Water's the issue with nuclear, huh? Meg's yelling at me from the other room. You gotta cool stuff off, babe. Hey, why don't you cut your watermelons into quarters and then like rotate them one quarter rotate and then like... She said, I am, bitch. Do your ratio math. I am, kinda. Meg knows best. H is in the chat for sure. Oh, boy. My brain hurts. Sometimes you ever just want to give up. Bye, Luke. Oh, bye. It was fun to see you today. Okay. I must be strong. I must be strong for my wife who is new to factory games. I must be strong for her. There are 2 water things here. If we wanted to build a water train, this might be the place to do it. Send that... Oh, it's already on the train line. Send that shit up into the air via pipes. Must be placed on an active fracking satellite node. Is this... Oh, this is fracking. Duh. This is definitely fracking. Okay. We got to pressurize it from the inside out, chat. We're fracking this bitch. Of course we're fracking this planet. Ada would not let us go without fracking. All right, let's bring some power to it and see. I think the answer here is probably going to be trains. But I don't know how much a... Okay, I think you can transport fluids. Fluid freight platform. 1,600 meters cubed. So 1,600 meters cubed. It can support 1 nuclear power plant for 6 minutes. And that's easier because then you don't have to have an insane amount of canisters. You do have to have an insane amount of pumps pumping water. Well, I mean, we'll see if we can even do it. Can you even pump water straight up? Up to that. Then we bring it over to nuclear. Then we offload it. I don't know how you offload it exactly. This is very interesting. A very interesting problem here. Bye, Ella. Thanks for being here today. Good to see you. Have fun at dinner. Go up this way. Very interesting problem here. Fracking extraction is my favorite to watch in operation in this game. Chat, Burrito Salad loves fracking. Oh, this is pure too. There's also this. There's also this. Pure? Are they all pure? Oh! Oh! Oh, that's terrifying. You're pressurizing it? He loves watching you frack. Get your frack on. Get your frack on. I mean, this could hurt if it hits me, right? Probably. That's awesome. That's really cool. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, that's cool. Quick stop at the natural bidet. I'm waiting. Come on. Do it to me. I want it. Quick, get your frack on. Get your frack on. I have no idea what fracking is. Is the joke about it sounding like fucking, or is there something funny about fracking itself? Fracking is a highly contentious, like, environmental concern that is very much current events, like in current events these days. So I was just making a joke about Burrito Salad having a specific political opinion, even when I probably shouldn't have been making that joke. But very short of it is fracking is very bad for the environment. Yeah, what do you think? I want it to bidet me though. I really want it to bidet me. I guess I'll put this resource well extractor on and see what happens. Trying really hard? What do you mean? What do you mean? Trying really hard? What do you fucking mean? What? The game says trying really hard. Fracking, kind of. Trying really hard. Extracting. Respawning lizard doggos. Keeping the cogs turning. Producing. Doing my best. Producing. Feeding the developers. Keeping the cogs turning. Working, sorta. Doing my best. This is amazing. That's really funny. That's really funny. Okay, we got to figure out exactly how this shit works. 660 meters cubed. So there's 7 of them, right? I really want it to bidet me, dude. I said that right as Carly added the thing again. This is the first time you've tapped a resource well, correct? Yes. I don't exactly know how to go about designing this. All we have is Pipeline Mark II. Which is 600 meters cubed. If we could fill a 600 meters cubed, and then each freight car held 1,600 meters cubed, one 600 meters cubed pipeline going up would actually only be, for a 3x3 train, that's 4,800. That's 8 minutes to load. But of course, you would have 16 minutes or more, like 18, 20 minutes of one nuclear power plant running. So that's interesting. You're probably going to want to run more power plants, so you should probably... I think the short answer is you should just get more pipes going up. This is very interesting. This is very interesting. I feel good about the fact that we have decided extractors connected. Here's the other thing I wanted to look at was this shit. Okay, so it does tell you, I think that's what it's telling you, is how many extractors are connected. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, and it's telling you how many are of which kind. So, on this one, 2 are impure, 5 are pure. Wait. I now get what the UI is communicating. 2 are impure, 5 are... So the math is all wrong because some of these will not do that many. The impure ones will do less than that, but... 30 meters cubed per minute versus 120. We could speed it all up. Long answer, the math the back of the napkin math that I was doing, though, is we're going to need a lot of pipelines. Because one pipeline is certainly not going to cut it. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We need to build this from the top down, meaning we need to go to the train station. Oh, okay. I think a train makes sense. I think a train is the way to move large quantities of water. Drones would just be like, we'd immediately be taxing a drone system that is not that robust. I'm so mad because we don't know exactly what to do with our... I wish I had nuclear figured out. If I had nuclear figured out, I'd feel so much more comfortable knowing if that is the place that I want the nuclear plants, or if I'm just creating an extra step in the transportation over there, you know? I don't know. Move the nuclear plant. I mean, half of me is just like, move the nuclear plants. At this point, a large part of me is like, if water's the problem for nuclear plants, move the fucking nuclear plants to the place with the water. Don't put them up high out here. Build them in the middle of this ocean or in the middle of one of these. Build them in the middle of some big-ass fucking water. Especially, that's the swamp. We do not want to go there. Especially, are there any... Hold up. Let's do this. Let's think about the problem the other way. Water. There's a good amount of water in terms of, like, geysers in this area. A couple other up north, a couple right here. But there is, like... This one is 6 pure, and this one is 5 pure. This is the most water we're going to get out of the ground in any one place. Why don't we move nuclear here? And the next thing is, like, you have to shifting water vertically is the biggest problem. So if we're going to do it over here, we need to find a place where it isn't quite so vertically shifted. But the problem with that is it's a little bowl. And I don't know that we could build all of the nuclear down in the bowl. So then the next question is, if we're just going to build nuclear, half of the water is right there, half of the water is right here. My instinct is the only way to future-proof anything is to build it up in the air. And the reason for that is if you do that, then you have a clear horizon you can build it out to. And now I'm coming back to full circle. We'll put a train station right here. If we need more water, we can build a train station over here for more water. I don't know how rough it's going to be shifting something like... Let's do the math. 5 pure at 120 is 600. Couple impure, 660, 700. Times it by 2.5. $1,650 per minute. From one node if I use power shards. The other thing is 600 is 840. There's like 7. There's 6, I think. So it's like 720. At the other thing, 800. We can do like 3,000 water, cubic meter, water per second right here if we can just get the pipes up into the air. That's so fucking... I don't think we'll need more than that. Oh boy, I've come completely full circle. Anyways. Hi, Wet Church, how's it going? Uh-oh, an exclamation snuffles in the chat? I can't wait to see how wrong I am about this. But the thing about 4,800... what is the math I just did? There's like 3,000 water a minute. The thing about 3,000 water a minute from that whole system using that whole train is that is just that's 10 of these power sharded all the way out. Oh boy, my head hurts. Raise your hand if you're following along at home. Chuck 10 of these off the island. Pump the water up. Shove it full of pipes, of pumps. You'll have water for days. You can also just keep adding more. I mean, it'll be ugly as sin. Pipelines for forever. Hand is firmly on my desk. Hand raised but hesitant. And the worst part of it all is that I don't know what to freaking do with the goddamn fissile uranium when I'm done. I'm using my full brain trying to understand fracking based on a video Evo sent me, so I have no idea what you're actually talking about. My second grader understanding of fracking is sort of what was going on over there. Is the tough part of extracting oil from the ground is you, and this could be so wrong, and I just want to say that for clarity. Is it to get oil out of the ground, to get the resources out of the ground, you got to sort of find it and then vacuum it up. And you got to continually find it and vacuum it up. Rather than vacuum this big space with all this stuff in it, what if instead you turned the vacuum into one of those a pump, a thing that blows up a tent, and you stuck something in there and you just blew a shit ton of pressure in there, and then it would find its way out and you could just extract it from the place it finds its way out. I really know nothing about fracking. Can you tell? It's injecting water forcefully to extract oil from shale instead of the regular crude oil extraction. So it is a inherently different That's why I stopped saying oil halfway through, Lumella. Is it an inherently different case of existence of natural gas? Fracking is for natural gas or oil. It's locked in the rock matrix. Can you lock me inside of the rock matrix? Maybe that would be really good for my brain. The fluid is injected to fracture the rock and make extraction easier. The processes vary a bit. Fracking is gas trapped in rock, so it comes out when rock is smashed. Okay. What are the odds I could pull this off? I'm back again. I'm full fucking circle to this again. 50 to make that happen. That unlocks Mark III for us, which then allows us to build turbo motors. But turbo motors require... Can't even... turbo motors require... I don't even know what they require. I could probably buy one, though. These require that other shit, so I would need... I need 50 plus... $64. 114. And then I need 166 cooling system. I don't even think I can get cooling system yet. But these, I can. I need 160 something. Chat, I'm an actual dummy. Has Spoiler Chat been yelling at me? Has Spoiler Chat been screaming at me about this? I was like, dang, these things are really expensive compared to the other things. They're not. They're not. Front seat, have they been yelling at me? Someone did catch it. Shout out to that person. Oh my god.
Parts purchase confirmed. Promotion
we don't need to buy that many.
By X times part value plus FICSIT stock value.
We need to buy. We have so many coupons. It's not that we're lacking coupons at all. Okay, well that's at least that's good. That's very good. Solve that. Oh.
The Miner Mark III provides top-of-the-line resource extraction potential, making it even easier to contribute to project assembly. Project part number 8, the thermal propulsion rocket, is the most complex project part of this phase as it requires turbo motors, and thus requires your best. FICSIT didn't think pioneers such as you could get this far. I am glad we have both proven them wrong.
Oh man, I'm glad we figured that out. Otherwise, YouTube would have screamed at me later. Okay, so then we should have enough for this. Just gotta get some quick wire, right? Need a little bit more of that. And we're good here. So, one more turbo motor purchase, one fused modular frame purchase, and then some quick wire. Turbo motor, fused modular frame. And used modular frame. We have used some of our coupons, but it's totally okay. That's going to be absolutely worth it. So, we do have Mark III miners, which is fun, and I can build them right now. But I can only build a couple because of the things that we have. We bought the parts. That's exciting, though. It doubles once again, so things are about to get crazy. So, turbo motor, by the way. The thing I just figured out was thermal propulsion rocket, miners Mark III, and turbo motors. Currently, we're going to research this as soon as 3 minutes. We're going to research nuclear pasta, finally. Why does it say nuclear pasta requires power usage? The fuck does that mean? Okay, let's take a look at this. That's a rhetorical question, by the way. Nuclear pasta sounds tasty and very spicy. Nuclear pasta. I can't wait to make nuclear pasta. It's got a great name. But it says it uses power.
Leland Hart.
Rune Snips, thanks so much for the sub. How are you? Okay, real quick. Let's go through. Let's do it. We're lost in the satisfactory sauce anyways. We have made it so that we can make nitrogen gas. We're going to have to use that to make other items. That's a step we haven't done yet. After we've done that, we can take some of those items. We can mix nitrogen gas with water to make nitric acid. We can use a particle accelerator, which has extremely high and unstable power usage. It's a good thing we're doing nuclear, dude. We're going to need so much power. We can use a particle accelerator to turn non-fissile uranium into fissile plutonium. Fissile plutonium can be used to make encased plutonium cells, which requires concrete, by the way, which is very dope. Which can then be turned into plutonium fuel rod, which is fuel for nuclear power plants. I have fuel for nuclear power plants, so I'm confused. It also produces plutonium waste when consumed. Love that shit. What do you do with plutonium waste? I bet this is way more... Hey, chat, front seat question about the real world. Is plutonium way more productive than uranium when it comes to nuclear power in the real world? Oh, it's got to be. I thought about asking, is plutonium more radioactive than uranium? That's probably another way to ask it, but it's been a while since I've done chemistry. Ask Mr. Oppenheimer. Depends on the isotope. I'm guessing plutonium has the higher potential. Did that have to be a front seat? I said front seat just to clarify, in case people were like, I don't want to answer that, because it also ties into the game. But yeah, it didn't have to be a front seat question. Hey, front seat question. What's today's date? Just kidding. Oh, the quickfire. Forgot. Oh, boy. I'm kind of getting the vibe from this that power is going to be an enormous issue. If nuclear pasta requires power, I don't even know what that could possibly fucking mean. It's an item. You put it on a belt, it looked like. How can it require power? Particle accelerator requires lots of power and is highly unstable, so you don't know how much power you even need, meaning batteries, but also meaning you're going to need more power.
Milestone reached. Project part number 9, nuclear pasta, can be created in the particle accelerator. The accelerator has vast and fluctuating power demands, depending on the recipe, so will need careful integration with your factory. FICSIT does not waste, so nuclear waste can be refined by the particle accelerator into plutonium for reuse in the nuclear power plant. Fun fact: FICSIT psychologists suggest factory designs reflect the minds of their creators in unexpected ways.
That's hilarious.
On an unrelated note, your infrastructural choices have been interesting.
Your infrastructural choices have been interesting. Okay. Oh, this is so fucking interesting. My head hurts, chat. I barely have a handle on what I've built so far. This is very exciting, though. That's everything researched from Tier 8. Let's look at nuclear pasta in the codex. Let's do it. 200 copper powder and a pressure conversion cube produced in a particle accelerator. So that's what it's saying about probably about the no. Why does nuclear pasta say power usage on it? I can't think of a single other thing in the game. Is it a fuel? I can't think of a single other thing in the game that says power usage. I can't think of a single thing. There it is. So I think, okay. So the power usage stat is for the particle accelerator. That makes sense. That's why I was searching for this earlier, because I know you can make this inside of a... Never mind, you don't. You make this inside of a blender. You make it inside of a particle accelerator. So it's the range of which the particle accelerator might take. 500 to 1,500 megawatts. Now we need to diagram out how we take our uranium waste, turn it into non-fissile uranium. That part can be done in a blender. But it takes a shit ton of resources. Then take some of that non-fissile uranium and add it with uranium waste to make plutonium pellets. Plutonium pellets we can chuck with concrete into an assembler or a crafting bench to make encased plutonium cells, which we can toss in a manufacturer to make plutonium fuel rods. This is all screaming to me. On every one of these items, I need to determine where it should be built. And we should basically just work backwards. Encased plutonium fuel rod, that's a bus item. All of these options are on the bus. Encased plutonium cells, that's a bus item. Plutonium pellet, particle accelerator, I'm not sure where we put that. It's probably fucking huge. I can see, actually, right? It's actually not as big as I would have guessed. Holy shit. I mean, it's tall. So we might need to take 2 to 3 floors of the factory. Would you consider yourself to be in the end game? Chat, am I in the end game? Yes or no? Front seat question. You can only say yes or no. You can also say hazy. We asked this question the other day, and it got an interesting response. My guess the other day was that no, I was not. And a couple people said yes, and most people, I think, said no, if I'm remembering correctly. The problem here that I'm seeing is, like, almost all of this needs to be on the bus. Do I need to put my fucking nuclear plant on the bus? Because one uranium fuel rod makes like 50 uranium waste or some shit. Meaning you have an enormous amount of material. You need to turn a bunch of it, into non-fissile uranium in order to react it with a little bit of uranium waste. That's an interesting thing because one of those is a product and one of those is a higher level product. So you got to figure out how to do that. You need all kinds of liquids. Nitric acid, sulfuric acid, and water. This is the one that I'm like, we could put this somewhere else. Non-fissile uranium could be at a place where you can get nitric acid and sulfuric acid similarly together. My brain hurts. Oh boy. I'm gonna sit here and eat a peanut butter cracker. How are you guys, chat? Our batteries are draining. Cam says, losing my mind? Uh-oh, what at? Charlie says, I wish I was retired. Are you sharing your peanut butter crackers with the class? Yeah, here, have one. I don't even know what to. That's the hardest part, I think, of this part of the game, is it's like I'm now at the point where I need to process a lot of information and make a lot of simultaneous decisions about where we host different parts of my building, of the different materials and different builds. And what I decide for one of those affects what I do for all of the others. So it's tough because this is why blind playthroughs of these games are always so fun. I don't know the consequences of any of my decisions either. So I think I have decided that most of those things should be built on the bus. However, plenty of things I'm about to build require nitrogen gas, and the fluids is a big part of this. They're not small quantities. 25, 25. That's not super small. On the other hand, one thing we have working for us is that we are almost at the exact right level to add fluids to the vertical bus. I've been sort of avoiding it. Partially because I thought I'm going to have to bring a train in with fluids. I'm going to have to drop fluids all the way down there, bring it over, and then pump that shit all the way up. But I actually don't know that that is what I will need to do. Because now I could bring fluids down a little bit, over, plug them in here, and shoot them up. Saving myself just some resources, but also some time and sanity and lots of other things. So if we were going to put fluids on the bus, how would we do it? We would put them on the 5th little like this is the blueprints are like 1, 2, 3, 4. We'd have to put them on the 5th one all the way over there, and it could be the like fluid specific one. That could work. I think that's probably we'd have to do a little bit of math. Pipeline pumps Mark II increase head lift 50 meters. To me, that means one pump per section. That's overkill for sure, but I don't really care. So, what you might do with it would be like this. This is going to be a test build. Will that not work there? I'm missing materials. Wow. FSQ does a large... What does FSQ mean? Does a large glass of wine, it's 8:30 p.m. here in the UK, count as fluid intake and hydration? I think so, for sure. What does FSQ stand for, though? Fronty question. I understand. Okay, okay. Yeah, I think so. I think what you would do here is just simply replace these with these. Then you've got... Ignore this. It's all ugly. Then you've got like boom, 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 boom. Those are the floor holes. I don't think what you'd probably want to do would be this. We need so much power, which is actually the next part. You need a pipeline Mark II per... Which looks so ugly, and then you have to do this and go boom, boom, etc., etc., etc. It's a wee bit ugly. If you needed to break some off, how you would do it is probably... You'd probably leave enough room on the bottom and then do one of these. And then go boom. And you would want to even... Okay, we're designing it all. We're designing it all. You'd want to... Either of these have... Like conveyor walls? Oh, no. They've got conveyor walls, but they don't have... Wait, we could just do this. Just do a normal wall, and you would add... fucking... pipeline wall hole. Go boom through that. Didn't realize how expensive your blueprint was to make. It's wild. It's very expensive. Very expensive. There's a whole lot of shit in it. So I think now we get to start potentially trying to design a blueprint in the... an actual blueprint for it. That's interesting. Yeah, I actually probably am going to call it here, Evo. I think probably this makes a lot of sense as a place to call it, or here in the next minute or two. So we'll have to build the blueprint for how this whole thing will look. Yaim, by the way. Oh, man. This game. What an interesting problem. Okay. What an underwhelming place to leave it, but I'm going to stop right here. Ooh, off camera, I'll probably build the bus up and make it taller, but I won't design the new thing. I may add some, like a fluid train station or something too, I'm not sure. You were hoping for more complexity later on. I sure was. And fluids are just not fun complexity, but that's fine. We did need to tackle it. It would be ridiculous if we tried not to tackle it. I am excited that we have a better understanding than ever. Nuclear is going to be tough, but I'm excited to see what. Here's the one other thing I was going to look at. Does this say fuel energy values? What the fuck? Uranium fuel rod. 750,000 megajoules. Plutonium fuel rod. 1.5 million. That's a lot. 750,000, 1.5 million. So that one just doubles. But a battery has 6,000. We haven't even made a battery yet. Turbo fuel. 2,000. Compared to 1.5 million. Holy shit. All right, that's going to do it for our episode. Thanks so much for watching, for our stream. I'm still super early game for Satisfactory. This all looks nuts for me. It is nuts. It's nuts. Welcome to my drone army. Oh, all right. See ya. All right, bye. See ya. Thanks for hanging out, you guys. See ya.